then start. Hello and welcome. And today I have the great pleasure of interviewing Liz Urbina as one of my clients. And I'm going to interview her a little bit about some of the things that she experienced as I worked on her home and made suggestions to up level and upraise the environment in her home and some of the experience about working with me. So, Liz, welcome.
Thank you, Connie. Thank you for inviting me.
My pleasure. So, my first question is what was happening in your home and in your life prior to working together on your home and your feng shui energy flow?
Yeah, well, it was it was kind of I felt like I was kind of stuck in several areas. Um, First one, the main one, I think it was relationships. Like I remember I just had moved into a new place and into a new office, and I remember having these silly conflicts, these silly arguments with my husband, with my son for no reason. Like it was like even little things would escalate into a big thing, and then um like with no reason whatsoever. And I felt like the environment itself, I remember feeling like kind of trapped, like I needed to go out to get fresh air. Like I felt like I was kind of enclosed in a yeah, so somewhat in a closed environment instead of this open space, you know.
Yeah,
It's kind
yeah, that
of
can happen.
these kind of things are hard to explain sometimes. And the other thing I remember is I had my office facing in a way that I liked it because I was able to see through the window. But I was really struggling with staying focused, with coming up with ideas for my business. I remember, having trouble just sticking to do one thing at a time and feeling super stressed because I was not being as productive as I wanted to be. And then everything accumulated, and I was ending up spending more hours working than I wanted to. And all of that was creating these not only stress but also feeling overwhelmed. Yeah, so it was a little bit of everything. That's kind of how things were.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah, that happens, especially when you move into a new space or if it's not in alignment with the most supportive environment, things can feel a little cramped or a little, like it's not supporting you. So I made some suggestions as to how to fix that. And so I'm curious, what did you notice as you were placing the activations or moving your furniture according to the things that I recommended? So what did you notice as you was doing that?
Yeah, so I remember I focused first on my office. Like I really wanted to make, because that was like the space where I was spending the most time on the day. So I remember starting with like the simplest things. So I moved my desk to face, the energy um directions that you recommended. And also I placed some pictures and paintings in some walls that you recommend on the directions that you recommended. And that really helped. Actually, I signed up my very first paying client
Oh, oh
that
yay!
month.
Congratulations! That's
Yeah, that happened that month. And after doing those changes, and even though at first, like it was funny because I was not super com like comfortable making those changes at first. But then, it's like, oh yeah, this feels better. And I found myself that I was better at planning my days. I became better at planning my days and my schedule so that I was not overworking. Whereas before I really didn't, I couldn't do that for some reason. Like I was all over the place. So that happened. Also, overall in the relationship side, I remember, yeah, like everything became like more harmonious. Like I remember you recommending me putting some uh flowers or paintings of certain colors in the entrance of my house, the fountains in another place. And I always have this bowl of fresh fruits I used to have it in my kitchen. And after your recommendations, I moved that into my dining room table. And all of a sudden, everything like felt more relaxed. Everyone was like less reactive. I feel like these little things that were triggering everyone before, they were like, well, nothing is happening now. Everyone was like more friendly with each other within the family, which is great, felt great. So
Oh,
that really helped. And the other big thing for me was the sleep. I feel like I was not sleeping good. And one of the things that you recommended, and I realized I had these blinds, but they were not blocking completely the light. I hope I'm not sharing too much of what
oh
of what
no,
you
it was
give.
wonderful. Yeah, thank you. I mean, it's exciting to hear all the wonderful things you did and the effect it's had
Yeah.
on your life.
So what I did is, I remember you telling me that, yeah, that even little reflections from the light outside could disturb the sleep, and how I had this painting that it was not really favorable, and the color of my sheets was not really great for good sleep. And I had like my side table was like also like a little too busy, so I cleared that off. I took out that painting, changed the color of my sheets, and oh my goodness. And I bought this face mask, this eye mask that is like completely blocking the light.
Yep, yep.
I'm sleeping so good. Like I had been for
Yay,
years. Oh my goodness. Yes.
that is exciting. Thank you for sharing that. So, oh, that's great. So the overall flow in your home, how is that?
It feels lighter. It feels like
Uh-huh.
fresher and lighter.
Uh-huh.
Like I don't feel this trapped feeling I had before. I feel more like at ease, and that's great.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I feel like it's more inviting to staying here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. That's great to hear. So you've really given us a lot of details here about the changes you've been through. So my next question was what was it like, if you don't mind being honest, and what was it like to work with Connie or me? What
Yeah.
how did you feel about working with me and the steps that I recommended? Um, was it something you would recommend to other people, or what, how did you feel about it?
Absolutely, I would recommend it. Connie is a very knowledgeable and wise woman. She's not only got a lot of expertise and been trained, rigorously for many years, but also she as herself as a person, she's a really approachable and nice person. Her her um she's very inspirational. What she shares about her own experience is so, I should say what you share as your own
Uh-huh,
experience is
uh-huh.
so inspirational and so encouraging. Just it's really soothing talking to you. And I think I've told you I really want to grow up like you.
Yeah.
and
Well, you're on the
and
right path with all the things you've done for your house.
yeah. And so in terms of if of what you as a coach and as a mentor, I mean, you gave me this um super comprehensive report, like of my entire home, of detailing with details of every area of my home, of what should I be doing and why. And not only that, but also you dedicated time to go specifically through it, and through every detail, even walk with me virtually through my home. Like that was amazing. um, you were very flexible to accommodate the times and the dates for when it worked for both. So that was also uh great. So yeah, like it I can't tell enough about how I don't have any regret, I would say, about
Oh,
working
oh,
with you.
yeah.
All of the contrary, on the contrary, so highly recommend it.
Yeah, and I'm super excited that you got your first paying client right after we did the Feng Shui. That is amazing. That is amazing. So, I'm having coming up a program called, it's a master class called Three Keys to Awaken Your Power, Passion, and Purpose. And it's going to be a little different than my previous master classes. You've been in
Okay.
some of my other master classes or webinars where I have focused mostly on feng shui. Um, but this time it's my journey. It's the three keys to awaken your power, purpose, and passion. How I did it and actually wrote a book about it. What are those three steps that other women can take, especially women 50 and above, because age is just a number. And with when you discover your passion, anything is possible. It's never too late to start. So, my question is, if someone is considering jumping into my three keys to discover or to awaken your power, your passion, and your purpose, what would you say to them if there's somebody's thinking about it?
Well, I've tell them that I've attended several of your trainings, not this one specifically, but several others. And just listening to your story is a very powerful and inspirational, has been a very powerful and inspirational part of all of your trainings. So I bet that is going to be a big part of what you're going to share in this one too. So that in itself is going to be of great value. um, it's There's a lot of wisdom that I have always experienced in your trainings, that I am sure you're gonna share in this. So I have
Absolutely.
felt that it's being worth every single minute, and every training that I have attended of you has been totally worth the time investment. And so I would invite anyone that resonate with, yeah, awakening their power, their passion, or their purpose, to really jump in. Don't think it too much. Sometimes we tend to overthink.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
find and I start finding reasons why we shouldn't be doing one thing. And when we want to find those reasons, we find them. When we want to find them, we find all of the reasons and all of the obstacles. And so if you're even considering just joining, I'm sure there's going to be even a replay. I'm speaking maybe
That's
too much of
that's
that,
okay.
but
No, I may or may not give a replay if it's
okay.
you know the inspiration of the moment.
Yes, exactly. So being just in that same Zoom room with Connie is gonna be so inspirational. It can actually be like a really good aha moment for many people that can be the beginning of a really big twist in their life. So a positive one. So really, really recommend it.
Thank you so much, Liz. Thank you. That sums it up. I think we can wrap up this conversation, but hoping that people will be encouraged and jumping off to taking that next baby step towards making their dream come true. And yeah, it's never too late. So the time is always now. And I invite you to join me. And I thank you, Liz, for being a part of this of my programs, and for supporting me in sharing what you have experienced. So this has been amazing. Thank you,
Thank you.
and we will see you. I'll see you in your programs, or in somewhere online. And again, have a beautiful rest of your day.
Thank you. Thank
Bye
you,
bye.
Connie. Bye.